I thought you're Jesus.
I'm Jesus. I
Jesus,
said love
Jesus
your
was
neighbor and love everybody.
You're
I don't know.
so fast.
You see, nobody believed me the first time I was here, and then you fucking crucified me. I was just trying to say this, man. Love.
Why is Jesus so passive aggressive?
Okay, what's the Hebrew word for father?
Man, let me tell you something. Abba.
All jokes aside, this man is obviously not Jesus.
Are you supposed to be Jesus? Is that your whole thing?
I am Jesus. Thank you, everybody.
That's awfully heretical, but okay.
Well, I heard you kept saying my name, so I wanted to show up.
Okay.
I'm busy trying to save the planet from this apocalypse going on. You know what I mean? Jesus H. Christ, but you can just call me Josh. All right, why don't you ask me the questions? I'm sure you have plenty of them.
What?
Okay, what's the Hebrew word for father?
Man, let me tell you something. Abba.
I'm sorry?
Abba.
That's the Greek word for father.
Yeah, Greek, whatever. Point I'm trying to say is this,
Yeah,
man.
you don't even make a good Jesus.
Whatever.
What language did Jesus speak?
Aramaic.
Okay, tell me one thing
But
in
you have
Aramaic.
to understand, man, I have to come here to speak to you now. You don't speak Aramaic, otherwise you and me would be speaking Aramaic.
Oh, okay,
I have to
right.
speak this kind of dumbed down stuff for you.
The enemy has come to lie, steal, cheat, and destroy.
Why is Jesus so passive aggressive? Why is Jesus so passive aggressive? This is actually pretty funny. Let's continue.
What did Jesus say?
I said love your neighbor.
Wrong.
And how is that working out, by the way?
The enemy has come to lie,
I'm pretty sure
steal.
I said love your
hold on
neighbor,
a second. You're not even a good
love
Jesus. It's one of the
God,
most.
and love
It's one of the
yourself.
most popular verses in the Bible. John 10:10. The enemy has come
I
to
didn't
lie,
write the
steal, cheat,
Bible.
and destroy.
Who wrote that thing, anyways?
I have
did
come
not
to
write
give
the
life and
Bible.
life more abundantly. Okay, so you don't even know the scriptures, and you're pretending to be Jesus. But tell me why you're here.
I am Jesus, and I didn't write the scriptures. I lived them. And the
But you
main
can't
thing
even
I want
remember
to
what
tell
you
you
said?
is this. I said love your neighbor and love everybody. That's something that you guys really need to figure out.
Hold on a
And I
second.
know I got some of my fan club
Let's
here.
hold
with
on a
the-
second. Hold
First,
on. What are those two verses?
My name was
love your
Yeshua. Let's
love your
skip
neighbor
that.
as yourself. Where is that in the Bible?
I don't know. I didn't write it.
Leviticus 19. Hold on.
I didn't write the Bible.
I thought you're Jesus.
I'm Jesus.
You know
it's
the Torah,
about
right?
me, not by me.
Hold on a second.
The point is this, my friend.
Jesus,
I said love
Jesus
your
was
neighbor and love
you're
everybody. I don't
backpedaling
know
so fast because you don't even know the Torah as a
I'm saying
pretend
the same
Jesus.
thing I was saying
Hold
the
on a
first
second.
time. You see, nobody believed me the first time I was here, and then you fucking crucified me. I was just trying to say this, man. Love.
Why is Jesus so aggressive? All jokes aside, this man is obviously not Jesus. I don't even understand where this conversation is going because he still hasn't said anything yet. It's just a guy dressed as Jesus Christ. This is very strange. It's very strange, man. These colleges get crazier and crazier.
Everybody, love your neighbor. Stop killing
But you
everybody.
don't even know
and
the verse.
Genocides are bad. How about that? You
Yeah,
want to put that in the Bible? You can add that
I
as
agree.
well.
So, okay, so you want to talk
stop
about
killing people who are just sitting there. That would be probably a
Are you
good
trying
idea.
to connect with Israel Hamas? Is that your thing?
Pretty much the whole world
Oh,
at this point. We got a lot of issues. Kendrick, Drake, and what else is going on around here? Look,
Okay, so
I will
wait,
say
hold on.
this: they not like us, and this is pretty obvious. But I will. Look, the point I'm trying to make to you. And what was your name again? Charlie? Chadley?
I thought you're Jesus. You know everything, man.
Chadwick? No, man, I'm too busy. I got an actual job to do.
Oh, yeah, so you believe in a God who's too busy,
If I were
not an
like you, I'd be able to
omnipotent,
kind of
omniscient
sit
God,
here and, pretend that
You're the
important.
worst Jesus
But
I've ever seen.
I'm the
like-
only Jesus. And I will
You're
say
the
this.
only Jesus,
I am
right.
the only one. Matter of fact, and I live in all of you, and thank you for making time for me, by the way. It's been a while. Look, I would say this. If you really are a fan of mine and you're in my fan club, just be a nicer person, man.
Well, where does it say to be nice in the Bible?
It's pretty much all over there.
Hold on,
That was kind of
what
the
does the
point.
word nice mean in Latin?
The point I was trying to
It means
make
ignoramus. Where
is
does it
to
say?
love,
Wait, in the
love.
Can you tell me the Ten
Amor.
Commandments?
How about
Let's go
amor?
through the Ten Commandments. Want to do it together? Since you're Jesus, let's go.
Right.
What are they?
Don't be an asshole. Number one.
Okay, hold on.
How about number 1
hold
through
on.
10? Don't be an asshole.
Wait,
That
hold
would be
on.
a
No,
great
actually,
one.
that's not one of the Ten
pretty much
Commandments.
summed it up.
I am the
In fact,
Lord that you
if I'm
delivered
not
you from
mistaken,
Egypt. You
what I
shall have no
said,
other
if you
gods
look
before me. You
correctly,
shall have
I
no other
said
graven
in the
images.
Bible, I said,
You
you
shall
know
never
what?
take the
You
Lord's
guys
name in
cannot
vain. You
really
shall
handle
honor
the
your
10
mother and father,
Commandments,
so
so
may
I'm
live
gonna
long.
Okay, it's obvious that this student is playing around. They didn't come here to show any type of solutions. They didn't come here to prove anything. They didn't even come here to debate. It seems like it's almost as if the student came specifically to scrutinize Charlie Kirk or diminish his event. Because when the student is here, they're dressed as Jesus. They don't even understand the Bible at all. They don't have any interest in denouncing anything Charlie Kirk has said. They are literally just here to talk over him. It's very weird to watch. I can't even argue or say that he's right or he's wrong in anything because nothing he said is a claim. You haven't disagreed or agreed with anything Charlie Kirk has presented. I'd argue he hasn't even had the opportunity to present anything because you You keep talking over him.
In the land in which you are in.
Just love
you
yourself.
shall honor the Sabbath
I
day
don't
and keep it
know
holy. You shall not murder. You shall not steal. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall.
1 and a 2 and a 3.
Oh, wait,
we got a
you
sinner
don't like
soul.
the Decalogue
We got
because
a
you don't
sinner.
know the
Give it up
Decalogue.
for the
Okay.
sinner, everybody. Give it up for the sinner,
All right.
everybody. Good job.
Thank you for you are the worst Jesus. You don't know the 10 Commandments. You don't know anything. So thank you very much.
Okay, but you're a Christian, but you don't love people.
No,
so I don't think you're doing the job.
Hold on a second. I love all people. What do you think about the 1 million abortions that happen every single year in this country? Is that a genocide to you?
No, what's a genocide is what's going on in Palestine right now.
Hold on.
That's a genocide.
Don't backpedal. You're the king of the
I'm
world.
not backpedaling. I'm right here in front of you.
Let's just have moral clarity. Do you think 1 million abortions a year is a genocide?
Let me ask you this. Do you think 15,000 children is a genocide?
No, it's not even close. It's a tragedy.
Oh,
it's not a genocide.
Even close.
Hold on. Let's get our.
I think this guy doesn't know what a genocide is. What do you guys think?
A genocide is an intentional killing of people to exterminate them.
That sounds about right.
Okay, so
sounds like what's going on in Palestine right now.
Okay. And I don't really know much about that issue. I do have people who reached out to me who are going to teach me about it in my emails. If you also want to learn about that or be there while I'm learning about it, let me know in the comments. But he's talking about the 1 million, I'm assuming, abortions. And whether or not you agree with what's happening overseas or you don't, if you are supposed to be Jesus Christ in this situation, and he said, what about the 1 million babies or what so-and-so in our country today, and you just completely gloss over that as if that statement means nothing, then I'm kind of questioning your moral stance. Because hear me out. If your moral stance is that killing is wrong, that's your moral stance in this situation. This is not my personal beliefs. I say that because this is what I'm watching. If your moral stance is that killing is wrong, no matter what, and he says, okay, what about this that's happening? And you say, well, that's not wrong enough. Let's talk about this. Then obviously, morally speaking, you're not coming from a good place. He brought up an issue that's happening here that is still, by your definition, murder, I guess. And you just go completely over it like it's nothing? What? That doesn't even make sense. But let's continue.
It's an active war that Gaza started?
No, that's a genocide.
Let's take a step back.
Let's look at the apartheid that's been going on there since the 1940s.
Or
before that, when Zionism, which is a form of European settler colonialism, which I'm sure you're a big fan of.
How did this war start?
How did this war start?
Yes.
Well, do you want to take it all the way back to the early 1900s?
No. On October 6th,
we might as well take it back. Tell you what, I was there for a lot of wars. You know, when I was around, there was a war going on. There was an occupation going on. Matter of fact, when I was around, there was an occupation going on. Do you know who was occupying my home when I was around the first time?
You mean like
the Romans?
The shoddy Seattle's apartment that you grew up in when you played Jesus on the afternoon?
The Romans? You know who the Romans are, right? The people you wish you were descended from, but you're really not?
Okay, not even sure what you mean by that. I'm asking you a question. On October 6th, was Israel actively at war with Hamas?
On this day right now, what is going on in Rafah?
Hold on, just answer the question, man.
Why don't you answer that question?
I'm happy to. Israel is rightfully invading Rafah to go kill every...
Bro, why is he... And this is the problem, man. It's not even a debate, really. He's not answering any questions. And for me watching it, I'm just a viewer. I'm a viewer. I say that all the time. I don't understand a lot about what's happening, but you're not explaining anything. So what am I supposed to do with this? I'm going to side right now with the person who seems like they know more about it. I'm eventually looking into it myself, of course. I'm still an engineer though, so it's like I work, but I'm gonna eventually look into it. But if you're having a discussion and you have viewers who are wanting to learn more about it, and one person seems extremely educated and the other one is presenting logical fallacies, they're not answering questions, they're attacking the other person's character, what do you expect? They're going to side with the person who's being calm, logical, and so. But let's continue.
How is it rightfully?
Hold on, because I'm getting there. You have to answer the question. On October 6th, was Israel at war with Hamas?
I'm asking you a question. What's going on right now in Palestine?
I've answered the question, first of all.
No, I don't think you answered it correctly.
Not in Palestine, in Gaza, which is a strip south of Israel, Israel is rightfully invading Rafah to kill every last Hamas terrorist. Why? Because
That's not rightful when you kill a bunch of
You're
children.
not answering the question, so I'll answer it for you. You know what happened on October 7th? A dress rehearsal to Holocaust 2.0
Oh, wow.
is what
You
happened
are
on
living in a
October
fantasy
7th.
land.
Oh,
And what happened before that?
Hold on,
What
stop
happened on
moral
October
equivocating
6th?
and stop trying to
What
justify.
happened on October 6th?
On October 6th, nothing happened.
Oh, really?
You know what happened? It was the day before one of the most holy days on the Jewish calendar.
What happened
I'm
in
sorry, you're right. Something
Jerusalem
did happen
on
on October
October
6th.
6th?
You know what October 6th happened? All the Arab terrorists were getting ready to go kill babies and women in Israel
Oh, is
to
that
go
right?
invade rock concerts, kibbutzes, and
And
nurseries
where are they right? Where
and
are
go
those
slit
where are
little
those,
babies' throats.
Where are those Arab babies now?
Well, I'm sorry, Arab babies?
Yeah,
you mean the
where
Jewish
are they
babies?
at now? No, I'm talking about the Arab ones now.
Well, hold on. You're talking about
How many of them
civilians
died?
that
How
have...
many of them died?
Okay, so this student, he came with the narrative in his mind. He obviously didn't. I don't even know if he did any research on this or not. It's really hard for me to tell where he's coming from. It sounds like he might be a little intoxicated, if I'm being honest. This conversation is going south very fast. But if you want to see more videos like this, let me know what you think. It's LFR Jojo, and I catch y'all.